Alright, this video is an update of my garden. It's a new garden tour video. I have a lot of weeds I haven't been able to pull, so yeah, don't judge me. So first I have my onions. They're doing pretty well. Most of them have come up. I think there's one that didn't come up yet, but they're growing. They're not huge or anything yet, but they're still onions, so I mean. And then I have all these weeds, these lovely, lovely weeds. I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's a type of grass, but it's everywhere. All right, next I have my zucchini, which I didn't even know they were this big. They just kind of popped up overnight. I'm going to put them on a trellis and grow them vertically. Or not a trellis, a stake. I'm gonna tie them up because there's a method that where you stake them up and then you cut off the leaves underneath it to keep it growing upward. And so I'm gonna try that this year. I have never done it before, but I'm going to try that. So I don't know if you can see down there, but we got some baby zucchini flowers that haven't opened up yet, like that one. See this one? Yeah, it's baby zucchini that hasn't been pollinated yet. Flower hasn't opened up. So yeah, it's looking pretty good there. Once again, please disregard all the lovely weeds. But these are the tomatoes. They're doing pretty well. I already have a tomato that's like not quite the size of my fist, but it's still pretty big. And yeah, this is, which one is this? This is the Oxheart? Yeah, Oxheart. And it's the last week in June or May. So we should have tomatoes pretty soon. This plant is got some flowers on it. I put the stakes in the other day. I just drove them in, but they need to be tied up, and some of the stakes need to be straightened out because they're a little crooked. But yeah, the tomatoes are doing pretty good. These are the tomatoes from the other side. Again, they're doing pretty well. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a tomato. And then we also have some tomatoes down there. They're tiny, but they're small tomatoes, so they should be ripening soon. This one, I don't think this one has tomatoes yet. But again, we'll have tomatoes soon. And then this lettuce plant is going to town right next to the tomatoes. This is a plant that I just cut off of the other day too, so I'm kind of surprised it's got so many leaves already. Yeah. Alright, now back to what's growing along this trellis in the back of it. Well, so I had some sugar snap peas that I planted way early in the season. So that's this big plant right here. It still hasn't decided that it wants to grab onto the trellis and grow. And every time it does grab on, like the wind comes and knocks it over. So we're just gonna let it figure out that it wants to grow on the trellis, and then it'll figure that out. But under it and along it, we have little bean plants. Woohoo! They're just opening up. I planted those a week or two ago, and they are going to be coming up soon because I decided I wasn't gonna wait around for these peas because last year I did, and then the beans didn't work. So yeah, I'm just planting them at the same time. They can live in the same spot. They're not gonna take each other over, and if they do, I'll prune one of them back or pull it out. Yeah. All right, onto the lettuce. This is a lot of lettuce, right? Yeah? Okay, well, I've already harvested 4 salads out of it. And those are family-size salads, not just individual person salads. Salads for, I think, 4 people. We've had 3 harvests of, and the lettuce is still growing strong. So, yay! I love lettuce. And it tastes a lot better than, like, the store-bought stuff, just 'cause. Just, you gotta wash it well because it gets kind of dirty. Like, dirt gets on it. But yeah. And last but not least, in our little garden, we have our peppers. Peppers are doing pretty well. They've got some mini peppers on them, like, oh, sorry, the leaf is in the way. There's one back here that you can't really see on the camera. Yeah, there. That one, right there. That's a mini pepper that we've got. And then this plant also has some pepper buds. They haven't, I don't think they've, oh, would you look at that? We do have a pepper. And another mini one, woohoo! And then the trick-to pepper, I did what's known as topping, which is where you just cut off the center of growth to force the plant to grow outward. It's doing just that because it's got little sprouts coming out the sides, and that's good for some plants, but I decided not to do it on these plants because they were already short and bushy. And then our other plant, I'm really excited for this one, has not only this pepper, but also this pepper. This is the one that in the last video was kind of small, but it's not so small anymore. And yeah, I'm really excited for the peppers because they seem to be doing well for the first time. I've never been able to grow them very well before. I've had some luck here and there, but never consistently. Now along the back of my yard, I have my blueberry bushes. My blueberry bushes have little blueberry flowers. And you know, blueberries can't be produced without blueberry flowers. So yay, that's always an improvement. Last year we didn't have any flowers, so this year we do. So hopefully we'll get a couple blueberries out of this year. Although I don't know if the other plants in the area are open, the flowers have opened yet for cross-pollination, so we might not get blueberries. But hopefully we do. This plant doesn't have any yet. This is grass. But yeah, no flowers on this one yet. But it's still a strong plant. And then the mini blueberry plant, absolutely nothing is on it. It's barely even growing. Same with that one. And then we have rhubarb. I just harvested this one a couple of days ago. Got a lot of rhubarb out and I made some rhubarb muffins. They turned out pretty well. But yeah, I'm going to let it regrow before I take any more out of it because we don't want to accidentally kill the plant. And then last but not least, our little corner garden. Woohoo! First I have this watermelon plant over here. I haven't been able to get watermelon to grow and actually produce fruit. I've grown it 2 years in a row and I decided if it doesn't work this year, I just can't grow watermelon. So if it doesn't work this year, I'm not growing it again. But I'm hoping that it does because the plant looks pretty good. And this year I didn't start it from seed, I bought a pre-started plant. So I'm hoping that that makes the difference. And then you may be wondering what I plan to grow on this immensely tall trellis. Well, it's like 6 feet tall. I don't know actually how tall it is, but it's pretty tall. So yes, at the bottom we have, this is a cucumber, and those are cucumbers, and those are cucumbers. And I planted them about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, are the cucumbers even gonna come up or what? And then yesterday, one of them came up and I was like, oh wow. And then the rest of them came up and now well, not all of them, but a lot of them are coming up. So I know that it's not a lost cause and I don't need to go get new seeds that are good or anything. These seeds are good. They're gonna grow and then we're gonna have lots of cucumber. Woohoo! All right, I think that's all for this garden tour. Goodbye.